Hi, I'm Molly, a licensed insolvency practitioner at Parker Walsh. So I'm going to run through 5 myths that need to be debunked, and I hear them frequently, unfortunately. So the first one is insolvency means I've failed, and it's simply not true. Um, Liquidation or administration, it's unfortunately a part of business. They can be rescue procedures, such as company voluntary arrangement or administration, and then a shutdown procedure, which is liquidation, but it doesn't mean you've failed. And if you look at the statistics and then other famous successful business people, there's lots and lots and lots of people who have a failure in their past, an insolvency procedure. I know it can be very emotional for a director, but you have to see it as a necessary procedure that you've had to go through, and it doesn't stop you doing what you want in the future. So we do not absolutely see it as failure. It is you taking control of the situation and putting in the right measures to control it. The second myth is that you will automatically lose your house, and again, that is not true. So the limited company is limited for a reason. It protects you personally. Limited is a separate legal entity to you personally. The only time that it breaches that is if you've given a personal guarantee to any of the creditors, or there's been wrongdoing and you need to compensate the estate for that wrongdoing. If you're concerned about the latter, just give me a call and I can provide more information as to what that means. But no, you have to remember that you don't automatically lose your house, you don't automatically enter into bankruptcy. A limited company is a separate legal entity, and the liquidation deals with the limited company and its creditors and is separate to you personally. There's the other myth is that it's too late to seek advice, and that's not true. I know I constantly say seek advice early, and that is true. It's best to get advice early, but it's never too late. It's advice. It's telling you what the procedure is, what the situation is, what the procedure is going to be for whatever scenario, whether it's compulsory winding up or liquidation, and we can run through what happens, what to expect, and what you can do to protect yourself and prepare. So it's always a good idea to seek advice, because knowledge can help you, it can reassure you, and you might have concerns, you might have some myths that are completely unfounded, so speaking to a professional like myself can help. So no, it's never too late, but seek advice early. That's always better. And then the other thing I hear is HMRC will never negotiate. There's no point. That's not true. HMRC are, they're a difficult department to deal with, and I understand that. And I've heard sort of the horror stories of people having to deal with HMRC and the way it's been handled. But HMRC can negotiate, and they want businesses to survive and be successful, because don't forget, a successful business going forward will pay VAT, pay as you earn, corporation tax, and it employs people. So they're not in the business of shutting everyone down. They are sensible, but it does help if you get an insolvency practitioner involved, because we are able to look at the position of the company and provide open, honest, transparent reasoning with HMRC, so they can see the true position of the company and come to a proper arrangement. So HMRC will negotiate, but it's best to do it with a insolvency practitioner helping you. And then finally, liquidation. That's the worst scenario, the worst outcome. No, it's not. It's an orderly wind down. It helps tie all matters up. So if the staff, making them redundant and letting them claim what they're entitled to, if there's a pension scheme, properly winding that up. I mean, essentially anything you've opened up during the life of the limited company, a liquidation would formally and properly wind everything up so there's no loose ends. So think of it rather as a reset rather than the worst scenario. And then going back to the original one, remember it's just a part of business, and sometimes it's just a procedure you have to go through, and there's no shame attached to liquidation. Okay, so I hope those have helped, and if you've got any questions, just get in touch. Okay, thank you.